before the jury. Don't believe that there's any doubt about the crimes that have been committed. Those are just talking points. Don't believe that there's any doubt that the president violated his oath to us. And there's another tragedy as a result of this. While we're doing this, if you drove underneath the Jefferson Avenue overpass, you passed homeless people dying on our streets that we don't help because we're trying to take care of our country because our president is a traitor. We can't address the health care needs of our nation. We can't rebuild our highways. We can't build our schools that are falling apart because we've got to spend our time dealing with a party and a man who have taken the law into their own hands. And it's time that we stand up and realize that if we don't now stop this man, based upon the evidence that's clear, based upon the process that the Constitution has declared for us, then those men and women and those patriots before us will have died in vain. And to finish, I'm going to quote another Kentuckian, another Kentucky lawyer, that if this president, I'll say, isn't impeached, then those would have died in vain, and government of the people, by the people, and for the people will have perished from the face of the earth. Impeach Donald Trump now.
Special to bring to the mic. And I just also would like to say this. This is not a Democrat or Republican situation. This is an American situation. To get this illegal president out of the White House before we wake up one morning and there's a Russian flag flying outside the White House. Everything leads back to Russia.
Yeah, it does.
I've never seen a president, a mayor, a governor, ever have so many crooks working for him. They've been crooking for a long time. So you know what? It's time for it to be over. Impeach Donald Trump. So the next person I want to bring to the mic is Mr. Aaron Yarmouth. Yes. He's a Louisville native. He earned his bachelor's degree in journalism from Indiana University and a master's degree in teaching from American University in Washington, D.C. He's been owner and editor of the Leo Weekly since 2014. And I want him to come to this mic, my friend, my brother in the fight, Mr. Aaron Yarmouth.
Hello, Louisville. I tell you, you all can warm up a cold night, especially with friends like these. Although I really wouldn't have minded going before the speaker so far, but that's okay. I just want to make it quick and illustrate a few key points. And I might read it because I'm cold and it's late, and that way I can keep my train of thought. But when Trump was first elected, I tried as hard as I could to bring myself to wish him luck, like it meant something, to root for the President of the United States, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't wish him success because I knew that success for this man meant the demolition, the destruction of everything that I believe in. It meant an affront to my family, to their heritage, to my friends, and everything, all of my friends and family, everything that we believe in, everything that my relatives who served in the military, what they believed in, what they fought for, it was all meaningless if this man is successful and if this man endures. And that's what this impeachment vote's about. If nothing else, it's a statement that we will not tolerate this. Now, as a son of a Democratic congressman and editor of Leo, I'm fully aware that I live in a bubble. We all do. But I try to put myself outside of that bubble as often as I can, and I'm even willing to listen to those who have different views. But then Trump opens his damn mouth again, and I know that I'm right. If he didn't just say, admitting to every single crime that he's accused of, I might be willing to listen. If Jim Jordan didn't get on TV and act like a lunatic and put up this type of defense, I might actually be willing to listen. But it just doesn't make sense when your chief of staff admits to it, when your campaign manager and everybody around your organization ends up in jail. It just is impossible to get over the fact that this man is a criminal. So that's why I was proud and honored to be invited tonight, why I'm proud to be with such amazing people, motivational, inspirational folks, and to be a part of something that's going on in every district in the country tonight. Now, this district happens to be unique because it is the one district that is home to the most important, unfortunately, person in the entire world who is a half shell of a human being. I think you know who I'm talking about. So you know what he's doing, what he's been up to. Instead of doing his job, he's been working with the White House. Forget that there are 400 bills on his desk, things that would address violence against women, gun reform like universal background checks. And meanwhile, while he's over there consorting with the person who's going to be on trial, the criminal who's on trial, you know what it says to me? It says that he is so guilty and indefensible that Mitch has to act as judge, jury, and the defense attorney. What he's saying is that we can't argue this. Trump's admitted to all of it. We can't put up a defense. It's so damn wrong that nobody can defend it. So we're just going to work as fast as we can to get this shuffled off and get Trump whatever, so he can stay in the Senate. The other thing, the final thing that I will say, and Mitch could be successful in this, he probably is, he probably will be. But what I will say is, he has to know that what he is doing, the message that he is sending to all future presidents, like the Democrat who's going to beat Trump in November. What he's saying is that this is okay. That next year when you're negotiating with China, you can hold up a trade deal just so you can dig up dirt on Mitch's in-laws. And I'll guarantee you this much, there's a whole lot more dirt in China than there is in Ukraine. So with all of that, I can't wish Trump well. I can't wish Mitch well. I wish our country the best, including our friends, our visitors. And I would just like to say one more time, in case he's listening, I'm proud to have a congressman who I don't have to get up and worry how he's going to vote and who he's fighting for tomorrow. Thank you so much.
She's got a letter. See how much people love us and they care for us? And one of the speakers back here, I won't say any names, Dr. Somebody, said out of good faith I ought to invite one of the Trump people up here. But you know what? I haven't had my Starbucks, and so I think I might not act in the best way if I called one of them up here to speak. So we declined that. But I'm going to bring Betsy Foster up here. She has a letter from one of our representatives, state representatives, Representative Charles Booker. Yes! That's how much we are loved. They're sending letters. He's in Northern Kentucky tonight speaking at one of these rallies, but he loved us enough to send his regards. So come to the mic, Betsy.
Hello, everybody, one more time. It is with a solemn and urgent responsibility to our Commonwealth, our country, and our democracy that I join you in calling on the members of Congress to honor their oath, uphold our Constitution, and vote to impeach the President of the United States of America. This is a sad moment in our history, but it is imperative that we stand together. He must be impeached and removed. When it comes to our national security, democracy, and moral leadership, there cannot be divisions along party lines. We all must act as patriots. Yes. To allow a president who puts his own interests above those of the American people to remain in office would not just be an abandonment of duty, it would be unpatriotic. In this moment, as the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell should be one of the loudest voices calling for impeachment and removal of President Trump. We all know that that will never happen, and that it's unfair to the people of Kentucky and the people of our country. As a legislator, I took an oath to support our Constitution. That is deeply personal to me because it shows my commitment to fighting for you. It is a reminder that service is not about political wins, but about standing for truth, equity, and justice. Yes. If we believe these ideals are worth fighting for, we cannot be silent now. Congress must act. McConnell must act. No one is above the law, and no one should be below it. When laws recognize and protect the humanity of all people, those laws can ensure justice. That truth inspired me to seek public service. I saw injustice in my community and knew it could change. As dark as this moment is, my faith is strong. The fact that Americans are speaking up all over the country lets me know that corruption won't win. When I say it is time for us to take our power back, this is what I mean. Let's declare that our future is worth defending. Let's declare that justice is worth demanding. Join me in building this movement for our families, and let's lock arms in this moment. Thank you for standing. So let's do one more. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's a little cold out here, so I came up with a little dance to keep you warm. It's called the Ditch Mitch Dance.